On May 23rd, I had C2 to T2 fusion. Hopefully I'm doing well. I'm either at home, in the hospital, or at rehab. So I'm not really sure how I'm doing just yet, but hopefully in the next few days, you'll see an update from me somewhere. It's Misty here from TheJollyFatElf. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to another day in the Equality for All Makers Pride collab. So this is a collab that was created by myself and World and Michael Trent. A few years ago, this year we kind of put out a bat signal and got several of our crafty friends. You're welcome to join along. There is a hashtag listed in the description box down below. Also in the description box down below, you'll find a link to my mailing address. If you're interested in sending me a card or a postcard or a letter, you can do that by finding that address in the description box down below. It is a street address because I went to the UPS store. I didn't go get a P.O. box at the postal officina. So yeah, now I like to say that Pride is 24/7, 365. It's not just June and it's not just a bunch of rainbows. But today I'm making a literal Pride 2025 card. And I really love how this one turned out. And the fun thing about this card is it could also be a birthday card. All you have to do is change the sentiment and it can become whatever you want it to be. And you guys know, if you've been with me for a while, I love cards that will work for any occasion. So yeah, so that's what we're doing today. If you haven't already, I hope you'll consider subscribing. Be sure to leave a comment telling me hi, hey, hi, hello. It'll be a while before I respond, but I am reading them, hopefully. Misty from the past or Misty in the future. Be sure to read your comments when you can. So yeah, anyway. I think that's enough jibber jabber. Let's head over to, and we're not stamping today. It's 100% die cutting. So beginner friendly, super simple. Let's head over to the craft table and I'll walk you through it. Friends, I wasn't really thinking ahead when I put this lineup together. So we have another die cutting card today. This is a balloon animal die, I believe from Spellbinders. And as you can see to the right there, it has little pieces. So it has this one big solid balloon, and then it comes with other dies to make it more 3D. So that's what I'm doing here is I'm trying to pull out all the colors that I have a light and a dark for. Now, the only one I end up not liking here is the one I picked for coral. This one, I didn't like that set. I should have picked a different color. I didn't, and that's okay. So I'm going to cut out the full balloon out of one and the lighter ones out of another. So some of the balloons are going to be light, full, pieces dark, and then vice versa. And I am just working on getting that figured out. You already know what we do over here. I like to cut two pieces of paper together. So I like to washi tape two pieces together and then washi tape down my die. And then I run that through my, I have a Sizzix switch. And I'm going to use this little cup right here to hold on to the pieces. So this is a really fun die. I've seen it for sale a couple of places. I think Scrapbook Pal still has it if you're interested in it. So yeah. Sorry, Rob is still texting me. If you watched last week's video, Rob was texting me then too. So I am doing this voiceover on May 21st. So I'm just like, tomorrow is the last day before surgery. So I'm trying to get everything I need to get done. And he's bowling for the last time. So here I'm just going to continue going through and die cutting all of the pieces. This is the main part of the card. So that's why I'm spending some time showing you what I'm doing. Now, you don't have to pick cardstock that are this far apart as far as shades. You could pick ones that are a little bit closer, or you could even take a marker and add some color to it. Or if you want to color everything first, like using your Copics, etc. You could do a really fun ombre effect that way. But I'm just using 2 different colors, and I'm also doing this kind of using tertiary colors, so pink, you know, a different color green, like more of a yellow green. So like not primary colors, but more of like mixed colors. I keep saying tertiary. I'm probably not even saying that correctly. I don't even know why I'm trying to use a $25 Scrabble word when my brain is literally mush. I don't know what to tell you. So I am going to be using the Berry Arts glue to get these glued down. I kept the back of this packaging so I would know how this is supposed to go. Because if you don't have it, it's kind of hard to decipher, other than the tail and the snout, what's supposed to go where. So this is the one I told you I don't really love this one. I feel like it's a little dull in comparison to other ones. Green too, but green looks a little bit more vibrant and neon in person, and I think it kind of comes through when you see it in the picture as well. And again, I'm just using some liquid glue to get this put together and my tweezers. So really, this is I've used this before, but I can't remember if I've used it on this channel or on somebody else's channel. I honestly don't remember. Okay. These are tall. So I'm cutting a piece of paper at 8 by 8.5, and I'm scoring it at 4. So this card, when folded, measures 4 by 8.5. So this will fit in a size 10 envelope, because a size 10 envelope is like 4 1/8 or 4 1/4 inches tall. So, but I wouldn't go any taller than this unless you're going to make your own envelope, excuse me. Now, you know how I am. I love to put bright colors on black or black and white, and that's what we're going to be doing today. This paper is from Catherine Pooler. It's several years old, so I don't even know if you can grab it still, but it's slimline paper. She's one of the only companies that does slimline. I have a couple from Memory Box too. Is Memory Box even still around? I don't even know. So I needed something a little bit longer. So I thought that I could go ahead and put those 2 stripes together. And then I thought, oh, let me try the polka dots. And then I tried the polka dots, and I felt like the polka dots, it's too much white. So yeah, okay, I'm going to cut down a piece of cardstock to 8 by 8.5. No, I'm not. 4 by 8. 4 by 8.5. And that's going to be on the outside of this card. And then here you can see I'm trying to find a stripe that I think will work. Okay, Misty, your measurements are all off. Okay, so 3 7/8 by 8 3/8 is the black piece. Okay, we're together now. So I'm actually going to line this up and then cut, like mark where I need to cut. And then we're going to tape this together using some washi tape. I thought this was a genius idea because it looks like it's just repeating the pattern. And unless you're like really looking for it, I don't think you can tell. I honestly don't think you can tell. And I did my very best to get them lined up. So I'm going to put a piece of washi tape on the back so they stick together so I can get them adhered down together. And look at that. And I had that little bump on that piece of paper, but that's going to be covered. So I'm going to be die cutting some letters in just a second. Oh, I love this. I love this so very much. So here I'm just trying to place where I want the dogs to go, and then I'm going to put them in rainbow order. And then I was like, okay, what do I want for a sentiment? Now I have these really cute letter dies. Again, I think these are Spellbinders, and I think these are Winnie the Pooh dies. And initially I was just going to cut this out of plain black paper, and I was like, ooh, no, these would be really fun in glitter. So I cut out the letters PRIDE and the numbers 2 and 5 out of that glitter paper, and that we're going to use that for our sentiment. So I am adding some foam squares to the back of these. Some of these are going down flat. So I believe the pink one and the green one went down flat. and the other ones are going down with dimension behind them, so they kind of pop up between the other ones. Oh my gosh, it's so fun. But I still feel like that orange one is kind of out of place. So you guys will have to let me know what you think about that in the comments down below. So I am going to spell out the word Pride 25. But as I mentioned in the intro, this is one that could be a birthday card. This is one that could be a good luck card. You don't even have to have a sentiment on this. I would add one more dog or one more balloon, and you wouldn't even need a sentiment on the front of this. It could really work for anything. So I'm cutting down smaller squares into half, and then I'm putting all of the halves on the back of these letters. They're not quite wide enough, or they're a little too wide for a full square, and they're not quite like a foam square, or a foam strip like I used in the last video. Wouldn't work very well. I tried. So I'm just using this. This was a little bit tedious, but at the end of the day, I actually really love how this card turned out. Here's a finished card, y'all. I thought about adding some glitter, but I think I like the Pride 25 to be the one with all the glitter. All right, friends, that's it for me today. I hope you have a good day, night, week, wherever you are. I love your faces. I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.